In every era, every empire repeated the same mistake. They all thought, we reinvented money. But history always gave the same answer. No, you didn't. Because money is not bound by human laws. It is bound by the laws of nature. It doesn't change with politics. It doesn't change with belief. It moves according to its own rules. And those who don't understand these rules lose in the end. Today, let's talk about those rules. From Rome to today, the unchanging laws of money. 1. Gresham's Law. Bad money drives out good. In the 1500s, Sir Thomas Gresham told the Queen, bad money drives good money out of circulation. If there are two forms of money, one strong, one weak, people spend the bad one and hold on to the good one. The same thing happened in Rome. The state debased the coins, added cheap metals into them. But the people were smart. They paid their debts with the new coins and saved the old pure silver ones. That's when trust cracked, and the system began to collapse. 2. Thiers Law. In a crisis, good money kills bad money. But when things completely break down, the game reverses. Think of Germany in the 1920s. You needed a bag full of money just to buy a loaf of bread. Nobody wanted the mark anymore. Dollars, gold, even cigarettes were preferred over marks. The same story repeated in Zimbabwe and Venezuela. When the state's money collapses, people run to reality. Gresham explained slow decay. Thiers explained sudden destruction. First, the Cantillon Effect, the unfair flow of money. But before the collapse, why do some people always win? Because newly printed money isn't given equally. Who gets it first? Banks, governments, and those close to them. With freshly printed money, they shop at yesterday's prices. By the time money reaches people like us, prices have already risen. They buy at yesterday's prices. We pay at tomorrow's prices. That's why printing money makes the rich richer, and your salary stays the same. Inflation isn't just a number, it's silent exploitation. And most of us don't even realize we've been robbed. 4. Financial repression, keeping you inside the system. After World War II, countries were deeply in debt. Raise taxes, the people revolt. Erase the debt, trust collapses. So they found another option. Keep citizens inside the system, slowly erode their wealth. They kept interest rates low. Your money sat in the bank, losing value every year. While your savings shrank, the government's debt disappeared. Nobody noticed. They only asked, why is everything so expensive? The same thing happened after 2008. Interest rates went to zero. Savers lost the game. Investors won. After the pandemic, again. This is not a mistake. It's the modern form of financial repression. 5. The Triffin Paradox. Reserve currency, a crown and a curse. In the 1960s, Robert Triffin said, for world trade to continue, the dollar must flow outwards. This meant the U.S. had to stay in debt, run deficits, and print money. In the short term, it worked. The world trusted the dollar. But the foundation rotted. In 1971, the gold standard ended. The dollar became just a piece of paper. Since that day, America has lived on debt. Now China, Russia, and the BRICS are rising. Becoming the world's reserve currency is a crown, but a heavy one. 6. Goodhart's Law. When a measure becomes a target, it becomes meaningless. In the 1970s, Charles Goodhart said, when a measure becomes a target, it ceases to be a good measure. They wanted inflation to be 2%, so they manipulated interest rates. They inflated markets. On paper, inflation looked low, but housing, health, and education exploded in price. The numbers look good, they said, but people's pockets burned. When you treat numbers as targets, reality disappears. 7. The Diminishing Returns of Debt. It buys time, not salvation. Debt works at first. $1 of debt brings $1 of growth, but over time the effect fades. New debt creates less output, then none at all. Today, U.S. debt has passed $30 trillion. This is where debt rises while the economy stalls. Rome collapsed this way. France collapsed this way. Britain collapsed this way. Now it's America's turn. Debt doesn't save you. It only delays the end. Conclusion. The laws of money are like the laws of nature. Bad money drives out good. In crisis, people flee to real value. New money enriches the wealthy first. The state forces you to stay in the system. Reserve currencies always fall. Targets distort reality, and debt destroys everything. These are not just economic theories. They are the story of humanity, making the same mistake again and again. The system wasn't built for you to win, but it left clues for you to understand. If you learn these laws, you won't play blind. History doesn't repeat itself, but money always follows its own rules. And if you don't understand them, it crushes you.